just trying to survive and learn to love along the way, by Foreplay on AO3. Episode 23, Chapter 23, of Flying and Falling. Shouta tries not to worry as he leaves his family behind in the train. Hizashi is a pro hero and Izuku is a smart kid. He knows not to run off. Shouta struggles against the Nomu he followed. His quirk is not offensive, and he does absolutely nothing against the creature. It's awfully similar to the one from the USJ attack, and it took all might to beat it. He managed to wrap his scarf around the Nomu, and decides to try stabbing the thing's brain out. He stabs it once and tries to wrench his knife free, but it refuses to move. The Nomu is still standing, and he leaps off the building they landed on. Shouta has to unwind his scarf quickly so he doesn't get dragged along with the creature. It's fast, and now it was running away with Shouta's third favorite knife. He was about to follow when he gets a text. A glance at his phone tells him it's from Izuku, so he opens it. All it is a location. Shit. Shouta hopes that he's still with Hizashi. Maybe his husband asked him to stay back and call for help? He runs in the direction of Izuku's location, and hopes that there are some other hero nearby. He's too far to be able to provide an immediate response, but he'll do his best. Too much time later, when he's only halfway there, he meets up with Hizashi, and they pale at the sight of each other. That means Izuku is by himself, possibly facing the hero killer, if he went to help Ida, which is exactly something he would do. They're almost to Izuku's when they hear the screams. The person has to be in immense pain, and it only gets louder as they get closer to the destination. They listen to the heart-wrenching screams, turning into sobs, and both move a little faster when they recognize the soft cries. They belong to Izuku. They freeze in the mouth of the alley that holds their son. Pro Hero Native and Ida are near one of the walls, sprawled on the ground. Todoroki a little closer, leaning against the opposite wall. All three of them were yelling, trying to stop Stain. Stain, who stands over Izuku with a sword pointed at his chest. Izuku, who's bloody and crying, and staring right at them. Shouta reactively activates his quirk as they start moving. It's gotta be some sort of paralytic, because the moment he does, Todoroki is springing up and shoving Stain away from Izuku, stopping to stand protectively in front of him. Ice and fire both at the ready. Everyone covers their ears as Hizashi yells, making Stain drop his weapon. Shouta is quick to tackle him. He's been married to Hizashi long enough that he's used to his screaming, so he used that as to his advantage, and stripped Stains of all his weapons before tying him up with zip ties and rope, finishing it off with his capture weapon. Hizashi doesn't stop yelling until the man is secure, and once he is, they're both rushing to Izuku's side. Native and Ida are helping each other up, and Native is already standing, so they focus all their worry on their son. He's bleeding from a deep cut in his leg, and a closer look tells Shouta that it's even pierced the skin on the other side. Hizashi puts pressure on the wound as he digs some gauze out of his utility belt, wrapping it tightly as he can. Izuku still hasn't made a sound, and he's blinking sluggishly at them from the spot on the ground. There's a dark bruise on the side of his head. It must have been a hard hit if Izuku is this out of it. Jesus, problem child. How hard did you hit your head? I didn't kick me. Stain kicked a child in the head? Great. Now Shouta has the urge to commit a murder. Shouta turns to address the rest of the alley, finding them all much closer than before. Here's what we're gonna do. We're moving out of the alley into the road so that it's easier for emergency services to find us. While we make our way out there, I'll get you to call Todoroki. We need several ambulances and the police. Todoroki nods and pulls out his phone to do his part. Hizashi scoops up Izuku, their kid's head resting against his chest. He's a little more alert now, and he sits up a little straighter as he watches Shouta drag Stain down the alley. They reach at the end, and they all sit down to wait, and more pros shows up to take custody of Stain so that Shouta and Hizashi can focus on Izuku. Shouta's head snaps up at a loud cry of warning, and he spots a flying Nomu diving towards the group of heroes. It slows down, claws extended, as the heroes try to duck out of its path. Shouta can feel the rustle of its feathers as it snatches Izuku from between them. Izuku lets out a loud cry, and he's being flown away. Everyone just stands there, frozen for a moment, before Hizashi cries, snaps him out of it. Show! Get ready to catch! Oh, you can see where this is going. There's almost no way for him to land safely with his child in his arms. Todoroki, need your help with the landing. And Shota's running, looping a scarf around a light post to launch himself into the air and towards the flying duo. As soon as Shota's airborne, Hizashi screams. It's the loudest he's heard him in a long time, worried for Izuku, making him that much deadlier. The Nomu screeches and releases Izuku, trying to get away from the sound, but Hizashi pitched it just right that the creature's brain exploded before it can escape. Shouta catches Izuku almost as soon as it drops him, and lightly lands on the ramp that Todoroki created to catch them. Shouta supports Izuku in his arms, and Hizashi starts running over and grimaces at the new wounds. The Nomu must have really wanted him because fresh blood seeps out from the marks of his adamant, where the hybrid bird had sunk his claws in. There's a worrying amount of blood, and Shouta knows that the ambulance is still a few minutes out. Izuku is hardly conscious, trying to keep his eyes open. Then there's a sudden heat to his side, and Endeavor is there, placing a hand on his shoulder, right as Hizashi arrives. Want me to fly him to the hospital? It will be much faster than waiting for the ambulance. Shouta wants to say no, wants to say that he can take his own son to the hospital. But he can't, and he knows that. Please. With his quiet word, Endeavor is crouching down, pulling Izuku carefully onto his arms, and launching into the sky before Shouta can even blink. The ambulance for the other kids and Native arrive a few minutes later, so Shouta and Hizashi ride along with them. They should probably make sure their students are alright anyways. They find Endeavor waiting for them at the entrance. He is quick to give them an update while his own son gets checked out. They're stitching him up right now. Most of the wounds are pretty clean, and miraculously, nothing was damaged in his thighs, where his worst cut was. It seems that those Stain didn't want to cause him any permanent damage. Nothing was bad enough to require surgery, just lots of stitches. They say anything about his head wound? Endeavor grimaces a little at the question. It's a bad concussion. He'll be fine, just a little messed up for a few days. Well, that's not ideal. It's something they can manage. Shouta nods and thanks to Endeavor, and the man leaves to find his son. Shouta turns around and finds Hizashi with a frown on his face, worry creasing his brow. While they know that Izuku will be fine, it's hard finding someone in the position they did, especially their son. Shouta leans forward and wraps his arms around his husband, hugging him tight. Hizashi pulls away and leans down for a soft kiss before they separate, keeping their hands connected. Let's go find our son. Alright, okay. I was a little scared there for a second. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was a bit scared, just a little bit, just a tad bit. Also, was this the one that said gun? Is gun one of the gun? Where's the gun? Minor character death, panic attacks, blah, blah, blah. Gun violence. There we go. Is Izuku getting a gun? I want Izuku with a gun. Please and thank you. My favorite thing is Izuku with a gun and Momo with a gun. Do not tell me Momo with a gun is OP as fuck. She just needs to learn the molecular differences of, obviously making a gun and then making different types of ammo, not animal. Ammo, right? Stun gun, boom. BB gun, boom. One of those a gun with the bullet ammo, done. Tranquilizer, done. Like, fucking OP as fuck, you can't tell me otherwise. Dude, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you climbing? You're not getting up there. That's why I have my sushi. No. What are you thinking? You're not doing that. No, you're not allowed to eat that. That's seasoned. If it wasn't seasoned and if it was just that, yes, I would prepare you a whole lobster just for you. In small portions, of course, because you can't eat that yourself, but you're not gonna eat that seasoned shit. Those seasons will kill you. I mean, it won't kill you if you eat it once, but we gotta keep you on a healthy diet. You're a little overweight. He's not overweight. We gotta keep you on a healthy diet. You just ate too. Stop being greedy. That's my food anyways. I need to eat. Okay, as I was saying, next chapter is chapter 24 of Hospitals and Worries. Summary. It's hospital recovery time with 3 exclamation marks. I don't think you should be that excited. Foreplay? Yeah, We're not excited for that. But, oh, I can't even imagine having to walk and see that. Your son like that. Oh my god. Also, can we talk about Eraser Mic maneuvers there? Like, they knew exactly how to work with each other. And even when Hizashi just said, get ready to catch Izuku, Aizawa knew exactly what Hizashi meant and what they were gonna do. To the point where Hizashi could be screaming and Aizawa was just like, yeah, I could be here. I'm used to this. I'm used to his screaming. You know? Yeah. We work perfectly. Imagine them as a duo. That shit is unstoppable. Oh my god. Oh my god, it is unstoppable. Which now just reminds me. If it's that unstoppable, oh my god. Because, like, I'm writing an Eraser Mic fanfic, and I'm planning on releasing it soon. And in there, let's just say it's a little bit of vigilanteism and villainy. It's like an anti-hero Mike with a hero Aizawa. Imagine them teaming up. How overpowered that shit would be. Like, boom, no quirk, and oh, you're, you know, no quirk and just or, you know, if the person has a mutant type quirk and, you know, Aizawa's quirk is canceled out, easy, just you know, just think about it. Oh, also, he has a gun, so yeah, Shouta has a gun. I give him a gun there because gun, boom boom, gun. But can we, back on topic on this fanfiction, can we give Izuku a gun? I'll settle for Momo. Alright, I'm just telling you, Momo with a gun is OP. What do you guys think? Momo with a gun, yay or nay? I want Momo with a gun, okay? This is a thought that I've had for a while. I've never seen a fanfiction where Momo has a gun, but, like, I need it. I need Momo with a gun, alright? Give Izuku a gun, give Momo a gun. Alright, quirkless Izuku with a gun, love it. Momo with a gun, love it. Izuku with a gun, period. Just give him a gun. What the fuck is a person with a fire quirk gonna do? Oh no. You know, you're a little bit away from me. I'm about to, you know, flame you up. Izuku, bang, bang. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Sorry, the American in me is, like, coming out. My bad. Anyways, as always, my raindrops, make sure to eat, sleep, drink water, take your meds. Have a wonderful day or night. Link to my Discord server and socials are down in the description. Subscribe to see more of my content, and thank you so much for watching.